We are in the middle of week 15 of the NFL season, and there have been multiple teams that have been eliminated from playoff contention, including some very notable faces. With playoffs getting very much in limbo today, it was a great day of football. The AFC playoff picture will look very different this year with brand new faces like Drake May and Bo Nix leading the charge. Teams like the Broncos and Rams have officially stamped their ticket to the postseason. However, three of the most hyped teams officially ended their season today. I'll fall from grace so hard it has shocked the NFL world, including myself. So today, I want to go over what is next for the Chiefs, Bengals, and Vikings, as they have been officially eliminated from playoff contention. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. The Chiefs have had a disastrous season. Their 8-year streak of making the AFC Championship game has ended, and their 11-year streak of making the playoffs has ended as well. Ever since they made the Super Bowl earlier this year, it has continually gotten worse and worse for this team. Their O-line has been a complete turnstile the entire season, with an injury happening like every snap. Their receivers have been disappointing to say the least, with drops and miscommunication. Kelce has been on the decline the entire season and is clearly not his usual self. The run game has been atrocious with their committee of running back, and Mahomes has been on the run the entire season, holding onto the ball too long and throwing some ill-advised interceptions. But to make things worse, he just tore his ACL. With the season on the line, Mahomes tore his ACL at the worst possible time and will not only miss the rest of the season, but his timetable return is uncertain. They clearly don't have the same star talent or players in years past, and it shows on the field. They have lost close games they have usually won, and their streak of success has come to a screechly ugly halt. So what happens now? Mahomes is likely out for a large majority of next season as well. They need to completely revamp their O-line so when he gets back, he is protected and they have an actual competent run game to rely on instead of asking Mahomes to do everything. They need to draft better in the trenches on both sides of the ball, and they really need to rebuild from there. Next season is most likely lost as well, and they need to view it as a retool year and find new pieces to build around with Mahomes as they enter a new era. Travis Kelce is gone after this year, and they just need something fresh in the building. They need a better receiver room, as Rice clearly isn't a number one, and Worthy has been disappointing thus far into his NFL career. The defense needs more talent in the trenches and in the secondary, and they should also draft their key spots better. With the higher pick this year, they're able to get their hands on premier talent. And the reason why the Chiefs were able to be a machine from 2022 to 24 was because of their draft classes. But that hasn't been the case. The young players haven't lived up to expectations, leaving the rest of the team in the dust. In conclusion, this team should draft better, invest in the development of their young players, build from the trenches, and find more reliable targets on offense so they can be prepared when Mahomes comes back. With a blowout loss to the Ravens, the Bengals have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. This is their third straight year of missing out on the playoff picture, wasting the primes of Burrow, Chase, and Higgins. Their defense has been one of the worst units in NFL history, allowing so many points. They were able to stay afloat with Burrow out, but after losses to the Ravens and Bills, their season is officially over. Burrow only played 4 games this season where he was good, but this team has been a complete disaster. Ownership's lack of urgency and financial responsibility when signing and reinforcing their defense and the rest of the team has shown this year. Their first-round pick in Stewart has looked terrible this year, and their draft classes, as of recent, have not contributed to anything meaningful. This is really starting to look ugly for the Bengals and the future of Burrow and Orich. They have 3 greats and 2 Hall of Famers in Chase and Burrow in their prime, with little to nothing to show for it. This season has been a real eye-opener on how the Bengals haven't changed from the Andy Dalton days. In a year where the usual tough AFC North has fallen off, the Bengals seem to have fallen off lower. So what's next? Trade Burrow. Trade Burrow. The Burrow era in Cincinnati seems to have come to an end. He recently said that he's not having fun, and it's clear the Bengals have been wasting his prime for the past 3 years. Him and Chase aren't getting any younger, and the fact that he has an all-time great season with no playoffs to show for it due to his defense was horrendous. The Bengals' hesitancy to go all in outside of their 3 main guys has caused this team to crumble. They need to restart and get a fresh start. Capitalize on the trade value that Burrow has right now to maximize their ability to rebuild. Trade him to the Rams or the Vikings for true first-round picks and restart. Look at what the Lions did after trading Matt Stafford. They utilized those picks and used them to select players like Gabe to be building blocks for their new era of football. Get a new coach and get Zach Taylor out of there. Reset the culture of this team and allow Burrow to compete somewhere where he can actually win a Super Bowl. The Rams have the capital to trade for him and also have a bunch of young players on defense to offer you as well. The Bengals should completely restart and blow it up because the Joe Burrow era is over. Lastly, the Vikings have been eliminated from playoff contention today. From winning 14 games last year to being eliminated from the playoffs in a little under a year has been a tough pill to swallow for Vikings fans. Sam Darnold has been balling out in Seattle, leading them to success they haven't seen since the Russell Wilson days, while Nine continually embarrasses himself every time he steps onto the field. Despite getting better in the past 2 games, the jury is still out on JJ McCarthy. Their win now roster has been completely wasted due to terrible QB play, and frustrations have been growing with the best receiver in the league with Justin Jefferson. The decision to go with JJ over Sam might have cost them the ability to win the NFC this season. On paper, it looked like they have improved their roster and they were going to be a Super Bowl contender if McCarthy lived up to the hype. On top of not hitting on McCarthy, their offseason signings have not panned out, and the recent NFL draft classes haven't produced any productive play. On top of that, it looked like KOC is going to get fired after the season, and in a division where the other three teams are only getting better, the Vikings have been left in this dust this season. So what's next? Fire KOC, fire Kwesi, and ride it out with JJ. They need a complete reset and tank for a QB in 2027. They need to get better at drafting, as they have been one of the worst drafting teams as of the past few years. They also need to find a decent backup behind McCarthy as he develops, as they have failed to bring any other security blanket heading into the season. They need to get younger, with players such as Harrison Smith, Aaron Jones, and TJ Hawkinson are getting up there in age. They need to revamp their secondary while getting better O-line play as well. Their ill-advised decisions and their overconfidence in JJ has completely ruined this team this season and for the future. They just start to look at QBs in the 2027 class, as next year is also a wash. They better hope that Jefferson doesn't request a trade either as they rebuild this team. They need a new slate, a new start, and a complete reset to bounce back from this disappointing season. This NFL season has been amazing and unexpected so far. However, it has been incredibly disappointing for these three franchises. Injuries, poor play, terrible defenses, poor coaching, atrocious offseason moves, and player aggression have all contributed to the fall of these three teams. The league could look completely different next season if these three teams decide to move on from players, get fresh new talent, and fire their staff. Their 2025 season is over, and their futures look a bit bleak. However, with the right moves and smart decisions, they could be on the right track in the next 2 years. Things change fast in the NFL, and these teams can completely bounce back if they play their cards right. We will just have to wait and see. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.